Why is RGP? What the? I've never seen that before. That was a weird error. Hopefully, my voice will make it through today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? I'm going to need your help this morning. My voice is doing some crazy things. A little scratchy throat. We got some stuff going around the house. And so I want to make sure that you can hear me okay. So let me know if you need me to turn up the volume, if I sound okay. It seems like it's coming in a little bit soft on my end is what it kind of feels like, but I don't know. You tell me, because I don't want to end up turning it up and then I'm screaming at you. So drop it in the comments if I am doing okay. Today is Tuesday, November 12th. 2019. That's right. Today is Tuesday, November 12th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, November 12th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Margot says it sounds good. What's up, Sean Jones? Great to see you this morning, sir. Amy Myers says sounds clear. Everybody says all good. All right. Shade of Hope. Wow, I love that. Shade of Hope says, sound good. How you doing, Holly? Great. Listen, I want to welcome you to hashtag Rise and Grind, the morning show designed to motivate, educate, and inspire you to be the absolute best versions of yourself that you can possibly be. That's the whole point. That's our whole purpose. You see, I understand if you're the absolute best version of yourself that you can be, then you're ultimately going to be able to go out there and make a massive impact on this planet. And that's what it's all about. So today, I am going to share with you three stories, each of which reveal to you an opportunity to take yourself and your life to the next level, which is what it's all about, right? It's all about getting to that next level, whatever that level looks like, right? Life is like a video game. We try and we struggle and we try to figure out the patterns and what works and what doesn't work in our life. And then ultimately we reach the next level, right? We reach the end of that level. We have to fight the boss, right? We fight the boss. We move on to the next level. And then we go through that whole process again. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. And we're constantly going through all of these revolutions is not the word that I'm looking for, but we're constantly going through these cycles of change, struggle, grow, succeed, breaking through to new levels in life. Today, I'm going to share three stories with you. These three stories you'll be able to have an opportunity to take yourself and your life to the next level. Three stories, one story of tragedy, one story of tribulations, and a story of triumph. These are certain to be a little bit emotional for me. Some personal stories. We're going to open up. I'm just going to be honest with you. We're going to be forthright, and we're going to talk through some awesome stuff that I think is going to be able to help you get to the next level. So I'm positive these three stories are going to make an impact in your life. But first, before we go too far, okay, all right. So are we doing that today? I thought we were going to do a little something different on the music, but that's all right. We'll do this today. For those of you that know, and for those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe If we can change the way people start their day. All right, that's a little too much Eminem. Here we go. I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share. Do me a favor, this is also part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or watching on replay, say what's up. I'll go back in. If you're watching on replay, I'll go back in and say what's up to you later. Good morning, Sarah Ball. How are you today? I'm hoping you are having an awesome day today. What's up, Patty Saybill? Great to see you this morning. How you doing, Sean Jones? That's right, Sean Jones is up in here. What's up, Jennifer Jaskell? Leanne Lancaster Brooks. Tracy Shepard's up in the house. How you doing, Mike Clifton? Cindy Conley. Hi, Terry. Great to see you, Miss Terry Collins. Casey Rossiter's up in here. Jeff Baker, Janelle Green-Hago, Suzanne Waugh, Allison Musante. How you doing, Brad Smith? Whitney Wells, John Colton Bowen. What's up, Laura Furman? Josie Evans, and Liza Myers of Borges. John Paul Gidry, great to see you this morning, sir. Emily Goffler, nice to talk to you last night. I'm glad you made it. How you doing, Kevin Sharp? Eric Wilroy, Terrell Blake, my man. Dude, Scott Simons, I was thinking about you this morning. You and I were supposed to hop on and do a show, and you were going to share with people your trials, tribulations, and triumphs as you went through 75 hard. We didn't make that happen. We haven't done that yet. We just get busy, man. Life gets busy. What's up, Tony Fritz? How you doing, April? Lee Clausen, Jesse I. K. Park, man. We got D. Home and Garden up in here. What's up, Keith Gentry, Jeff Baker? Everybody's up in here. Good to see you, sir. Pam Biddle's up in here. Leon Lancaster, I love it. Everybody's up in here. Hashtag Rise and Grind. As you can tell by my voice, things have changed a little bit. I'm not feeling 1,000,000% yet. I'm feeling better physically, but my throat is super scratchy. I think it might just have a lot to do with the change in the season, plus a new home. Plus the new home has cats. Not in the home, but outside the home. They take care of the mice out there on the farm. We just got a lot of things going on that have changed. I think it's messed me up just a little bit, but it's okay. It's just a season that has come to pass. You see, right now outside we have our first snow, our first full snow of the season. Right before we went to bed last night, it was coming down, and then of course this morning we got just a little bit of snow, maybe an inch or two of snow, and it's just beautiful, right? It's beautiful as we've transitioned to this new season. This new season, we went through summer, we went through a very short fall, now we're headed into winter. And what I love about seasons is that they've always come to pass. Always. When they arrive, time will go on and it will pass. Sometimes we're in seasons of our life that are struggle. Those have come to pass. Sometimes we have seasons where everything is going just amazingly well. Those have come to pass. We will consistently and constantly cycle as we evolve and grow into the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. But this morning it was nice seeing the snow out there, especially since my wife's been working on all new hashtag Rise and Grind gear that's going to be out soon. We're talking hoodies. We're talking all kinds of things that I can't even tell you about right now, but they fit for the fall and they fit for the winter and they fit your kids and they fit your spouse. So that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited to release that stuff. Also, we've got the new planners that are coming out. Our new planners are going to be coming out on Black Friday. If you have the old planner, if you would open it up today, if you would open up 2019 planner, if you look at the very top, it says the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. How about that? The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Hey man, my hashtag Rise and Grind planner has been an integral part of how I get up every single day in 2019. And I know for thousands of you out there, it's made a massive impact in your life as well. I appreciate most of the quotes were submitted by you for me. You've made an impact in my life. So I appreciate you doing that in 19. I appreciate those of you that submitted quotes that are going to be in the 2020 planner that will be coming out here on Black Friday. Be ready for that. I did want to let you guys know right now, if any of you are in the business world and you're thinking about buying planners for your team this year, will you please go ahead, shoot me a message and let me know. We do have discounts at 10 planners, 30 planners, and 50 planners. You'll get additional discounts off the planners. So if you want to buy those for your team, they are great for Christmas bonuses. As part of the Christmas bonus, if you want to throw in a 2020 planner, it's a win-win. They start to use it, they evolve into the best versions of themselves that they can be. You get additional production. It's a win-win all around. I know we had a lot of teams around the United States that did that, so I wanted to go ahead and let you know this morning that now would be a good time for you to do that, so I can make sure to order enough to fill all of those particular orders. Last year in October, I spent some time with this amazing young lady by the name of Danelle Delgado. And Danelle has this superpower where you can jump on a call or spend some time with her. And when you do, she'll pick your brain for, I don't know, an hour or an hour and a half, and she'll ask you all your different thoughts and all the different things that you've done in your life. And then she takes all of this and she writes all of these notes. And after about an hour or an hour and a half, she dissects your entire life, which is crazy. Hi, BG. She dissects your entire life, and then she breaks it down into 4 words or less that really define your life's mission. And so for me, last October, I sat down with her, and Danelle said, well, your life's mission, Glenn, is focused around these words right here. She said it's all about how we rise, evolve, and impact together. 4 powerful words. She talked about how important my morning routine is to me, and the things that I do with you guys, where I join you here at 5:30 in the morning. It's all about how we rise. And then all my life, it's been this evolution from homeless, from alcoholic, from all of those different areas of my life, criminal, evolving into the best version of myself that I can possibly be. And then now feeling this responsibility, and throughout my entire life, feeling a responsibility to make a bigger impact, to make a global impact, just like my planner here says, those who believe in the beauty of my dreams. I believe in the beauty of my dreams. In my entire life, I've always pulled people together. Always. From the time I was young, I always threw the best parties. I always made people feel like they were a part of something, like they were inclusive. And so after having a short conversation with this amazing lady right here, she broke down my life's mission into 4 words: rise, evolve, impact together. Well, yesterday I was able to spend some time. This thing's doing weird stuff with the layers here. Got to turn that off. Yesterday, I got a download. Yesterday morning, I was able to define kind of the mission for hashtag Rise and Grind. What's up, Sean Weatherby, Amy Myers? The mission for hashtag Rise and Grind, this group, this show, this whole movement that's created. And that mission is to empower children of God with the tools they need to succeed in all areas of their life. And what I love about this right here is where it says to empower children of God. You can put a little parentheses around there. That's, what's up, Mike Overfelt? I gotta get up earlier. It's all right, Mike. You can watch the rest on replay. To empower children of God, in parentheses, that's all people. That's all people. To empower all people with the tools. And I like this word tools because if you put in little parentheses around it, it's wide open, right? Tools can be the people they need to be connected with. Tools can be the lessons and the strategies that they need to apply in their life. Tools can be a book that they need to read. A tool can be all kinds of different things, right? So to empower children of God with the tools they need to succeed. And I love how it says in all areas of life, spiritually, relationally, in their careers, financially, all areas, right? Mentally, physically. I love it. So we're going to tie those two things together. We're going to tie the rise, evolve, impact together. I'm going to tie that together with the overall mission of hashtag rise and grind. I'm going to do that for you over this week. And we're going to start with the word rise, which me personally, this is like my favorite word, right? I love this word rise. It's such a powerful word. It's an action word. It is an elevating word. It screams of life and transformation. Like a decade ago, roughly about a decade ago, and I don't know why that's doing that. Sorry about that. About a decade ago, I don't know the exact date, to be honest with you. I'm not real good memory-wise, maybe the years of all of the decisions, the poor decisions that I made in my life. But as far as like long-term memory, I block out a lot of stuff. It's crazy. But roughly like a decade ago, my father laid down on a Sunday afternoon to rest, and he never woke up. He was 52 years old. He was outwardly healthy. He had a smile that you could see from across the room. And he just laid down on a Sunday afternoon, and unexpectedly, he never woke up. Now, my father was a factory man his whole life. He worked at the Walgreens warehouse in Flagstaff, Arizona. Prior to that, he was a postal worker. He worked as a postal worker for a while. But he worked in this factory, and he was just that guy that got up and was reliable, and he went to work day in and day out. He drove a forklift. He did his job. He came home. He would spend as much time as he could before the age of 50. He spent as much time as he could on a basketball court. He loved to play basketball. He had played basketball in the Army when he was young, and he refereed basketball. He was part of the kids' leagues, all of those things. And at 50 years old, the doctors told him that his knees were so shot that he would not be able to play basketball again. And I remember that causing a shift in my dad. You see, my dad early on when I was young, he was a hard man. He was a really ugly man, actually. He treated my mom in our early in their marriage. He treated my mom poorly, and he treated us kids awful. It was rough. It was rough. It was beyond just your occasional spanking. It was rough. But my dad, his one passion was basketball. And when they took that away, when he was 50, I saw something change in him. As he got older, see, he had gotten a little lighter. He had gotten a little more friendly. His and I relationship had gotten stronger. As he got older, he got a little softer, if that makes sense. But I saw something happen. I saw the lights go out when they told him he couldn't play basketball anymore. And what's sad is the day that my dad did die, I know that I was a bit of a disappointment to him. At that point, I still was hopping around from city to city. I had spent some time homeless. I was in and out of jail. I was making poor decisions. So our relationship was one of, come on, son, get your crap together. But when he laid down and never got back up, it was tragic. It was tragic because I know that on the outside he was always smiling and trying to make an impact in other people's lives later in life. But inside he was struggling. He was struggling relationally. He did not have a good relationship with his spouse at the time. They had actually gotten divorced once and then gotten back together. And there had been times where I'm sure he had made mistakes, and I know that she had made mistakes. And so he was struggling relationally. He was struggling physically with his knees. He was struggling mentally because they had taken away his passion, the one thing he loved more than anything. And I truly believe this, that my father chose not to rise. He chose. Now, maybe the circumstances of his death were out of his control, or maybe the circumstances of his death we'll never really know or understand exactly what happened to him. But I do believe that universally, on a super high level, he chose to never rise again. He was just at a place where he lacked the joy to rise. And I think God gave him a gift. I think God granted his wish. Apparently we were froze for a little bit there. Yeah, I wonder why the feed went out like that. Okay, well, people who watch on replay won't see that, so we're going to continue to move. I'm still getting a red stream, though. Strange. Until I was 11 years old, my mom was in a tough spot. Wow, that was strange. Okay, must have something to do with the snow. Sorry about that. For those of you watching on replay, you won't see any of that. For those of you that are watching live, I apologize. It looks like we're back now, full green stream. But for some reason, all of a sudden, we just kind of lost the feed. So what I was saying is that my father, I believe that God granted him his wish. He chose to no longer rise. Now, this is my mom there on the right. Those are her brothers and sisters, and my grandmother there in the middle. But that's my mom there on the right. And my mom and my dad were married, until we were about 11 years old. And my mom was in a really tough spot, like a super tough spot, because my dad was straight up like, he was an ass, man. He was just a mean dude. He was just a mean, ugly dude back then. Simple as that. And so my mom was in this tough spot because she loved us dearly, and she fought for us every single day. And like, she didn't want to get divorced because then she knew she'd be leaving us alone with him. And that was a scary thought, but she knew she had to get out of there as well. And so she was in a tough spot. And every single day, my mom would rise. She would choose to rise with intention. She would choose to rise in a way to go out and protect us from the not just our father, but, from the world, that motherly love where you'll do absolutely anything for your kids. And ultimately she did. Her and my dad got divorced when I was 11, and she found her soulmate. And once she found her soulmate, then I put my mom through hell. I put her through hell. I was in and out of jail. I was causing all kinds of trouble. I was hurting other people. I had no integrity. I had these no morals. So first my dad put her through hell. Then she got out of there. Then I put her through hell. But yet every day she continued to choose to rise. She chose to rise every single day because she knew that one day I was going to need her. One day things were going to turn. She knew that one day my kids, her grandkids, were going to need her to be the absolute best version of herself that she could possibly be. And don't get me wrong, my mom still has her struggles. She battles all of the different things that we all do. She's a human being just like me and you. But my mom chooses to rise every single day with intention. Her intention is to serve her children and to serve her grandchildren. She chooses. She makes that choice. Now, see, I used to stay up super late all of the time, right? I used to show up, even just in recent years, Like not that long ago, I used to show up at the house, after drinking all night with my friends on a Saturday night at 4 o'clock in the morning. My wife's there with a couple kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, however many kids we'd have back then. But I would stay up late and I'd do the partying thing. And yes, I was bringing home the bacon. Yes, I was making a career. Yes, I was doing good at making money. But I was still sleeping all day on my one day off when I was supposed to be hanging with my kids, or at least I'd sleep half the day. My wife would be banging pots and pans around all around the house, trying to get me up, trying to get me moving. I was still making all of these poor decisions. And none of that changed until I changed the way that I rise. When I changed the way that I rise, this powerful, powerful word right here, when I started to focus on the way that I rise, it changed my entire world. It changed everything in my world. You see, some of the most incredible things is since I just made that choice to be intentional about the way I rise, to rise with intention, to rise in gratitude and in goals, to rise in a way that I'm just seeking opportunities to serve others. When I started to focus on the way that I rise, that's when I was able to break through to the next level and be able to go out and make a massive impact on this planet. That word rise. There's a verse. There's a verse in the Bible. It's one of the most powerful ones. And it just says this. It says, "He is risen." There's a story of Jesus being hung on a cross and the life taken from him. And 3 days later, as the women of the town go to pick up his body, clean him up and all that stuff, there's an angel sitting on the rock. The rock's been moved, the tomb is empty. And the angel says, "He is risen." The way that you rise, the intention with which you rise, the focus on the way you start your day. It's one of the most powerful aspects of your life. I am committed to helping you with that. I will be here at 5:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, 5:30 Eastern time, Monday through Friday. I'll be here with you. If you have struggles in your marriage, if you're still struggling in your career, if you're struggling financially, if you're struggling mentally or physically, or if you just feel like life is throwing you a bad shake, then I want you to join me. I want you to join me in focusing on the way we rise. Go get the book, themorning5.com. Go to themorning5.com. You can get this free ebook. It talks about the 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life. And it all starts with the way that you rise. Are you rising with intention? Or are you choosing not to rise like my father did? Because we saw where that got him. Or are you rising with intention like my mother did, to where she was able to battle through fiercely, through everything that life threw at her? She fought and fought and fought because she just rose with intention. Listen, I'm sorry. I know today's show's a little bit all over the place with the feed going out and me not feeling so great. And so I apologize for all of that. But that's the one message I want to get across. Focus on the way that you rise. It is the most powerful aspect of your life. If you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, you can go to glennlundy.com. But most importantly, will you do me a favor? Will you come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.? We're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind.
First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind, grind, 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 grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Don't stop, get it, get it. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Stop, get it, get it. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Good morning, on my feet before the sunrise.